back once again, ladies and gentlemen. We had an extended break, but we're finally here. The Chinese El Clasico, TK versus IG, is upon us. We'll see. Only one can come out victorious. I'm Sayori. This guy's fogged. How you feeling, pal?
Doing all right. Waking up a little bit.
Waking up, that monster kicking in.
Yeah.
The caffeine going.
The day has just begun.
Yeah, we're just getting started. It's 3:30 here on the Pacific Coast, and our schedule goes all the way through noon. Wow, we still have a good 10 hours to go before we hit the sack. So.
Oh, God.
Oh, geez. I have to think about it. Channeling good thoughts here. Channeling the Chinese slots. TK versus IG. Is there even a favorite in this matchup right now? Both teams have been a little inconsistent. I feel like it's almost a 50-50 coin flip.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, DK overall are probably the more so favorites, but the way IG just played, they just kicked the crap out of VG for the most part. I mean, DK seems like they're a little bit shaky right now, so we'll see what really ends up happening. I mean,
Okay, odds are 62% for DK, 38 for IG. So maybe that is some of the fan favorites coming in there.
a little bit heavy-sided, I think, but can't blame them.
Potential value.
Yeah, for sure, but I think this is going to be a really good game, and I just really hope so. I want to watch some, like... I don't... I'm spoiling already, man. I keep looking. I just look at the draft, and I get so excited. I get so excited.
All right, well, here, I'll do you a solid. We'll hop right into it.
Oh, baby.
All ready? That looks like an Ice and Poker will be upon us. How exciting.
See? And, oh, man. Just love the hero, man. So much fun. See, the Mirana picked up by Invictus Gaming. Bans, not too out of the ordinary. DK decides to go banning out the Furion, so I don't think it's too much of a shocker. It seems like IG really like that hero. YYF plays quite a beast Furion. Even when he's behind, he can make space. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a hard hero to deal with. You can draft some tools. We talked about Nix's stats, and there are some other heroes, but end of the day, nature's problem.
DK's turn to ban.
DK will opt for a second pick. I'm actually a big fan of Puck.
I think people are actually saying that your mic's dead.
My mic is dead.
Or something's happening.
Something's dead?
Looks like
10
Zori,
seconds
fix
remaining.
mic, please.
What does it
Zori,
sound?
mic, picnic.
What
5 seconds
I don't know, man.
remaining.
Yep. Taking a
Reserve
glance at
time.
everything else that's just going on in the game. IG picks up the Sand King. No shocker there. They have the Mirana. DK picks up a Clockwork, so now they do have their offlane hero and their
turn to
potential
ban.
mid or even short laner.
Hello?
They've been running it all over the place.
Check 1 2.
Zori's checking. I don't know
Twitch
if
chat.
anybody can hear him or if it's messed up.
Are we picnicking?
Are we picking still?
DK's
I don't
turn
know.
to
I
ban.
can't tell. Fix the sound. Mute this stream. Zayori, fix your mic and your hair. My ears.
Your mic is really low. Your ears. Cheers. Fix Zori mic.
Guys, saying fix mic doesn't help. I need some that doesn't tell me what the matter here.
10
Let's preview the
seconds
stream. This is
remaining.
strange.
They said to get rid of you, so I think maybe that's maybe the next step.
Sound.
Uh-oh, jeez.
5
Mute this
seconds
Pretty mean.
stream. Zayori,
remaining.
fix your mic and your hair. My ears. I sound good.
It sounds like it's working now.
I
Yeah,
sound-
people
I
are
sound
saying
good.
working. Good.
All right, sounds good. Woo. All right.
Go ahead from the Twitch chat.
Crisis averted. All right. Woo. Harry.
Idiot.
Idiot. Oh, I don't know what happened. I just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
IG's
So,
turn to ban.
Sayori mic, not at picnic. Okay. Whew. All right, so we can get back into this game. What did I miss? Morphling TA bans from DK and Wisp ban from Invictus Gaming. Glad Fogged was fiending on Twitch chat there because I was channeling my inner Chinese Dota.
10
You've got
seconds
multiple screens. I'm sitting on one screen and I'm looking at it before you. Come on, dude. Step up
I
your
gotta
game.
step up my
Seconds
monitor
remaining.
game here.
There you go. Now, yep, Wisp banned out by IG. Not too much of a shocker. DK loves Wisp. They're one of the few
Reserve time.
quote-unquote Asian teams. I don't really consider them too much Asian. I think they're more like, Southeast Asia. They just, they have the big powerhouses on their team. They have Ice.
So they're not Asian. They're part of Southeast Asia.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not like, whatever, dude. It's a long night. Leave me alone.
I
At least my
kind
mic's
of know what you
working.
mean.
Come on.
That's true. You do have the mic advantage. That's something. Oh
man.
man. Twitch chat. I just
DK's
sometimes,
turn
guys,
to pick.
pump it up, turn up the hair. All right, Doom, the fourth ban here for IG. They will third pick the Lifestealer. And, all right, so they've got a Mirana Sand King Lifestealer. Not a bad opener. We've seen a lot of Sand King play. And I wonder, will it be another support Mirana? Methinks yes, but
Looks like it. Looks
I
like it
don't know.
probably will be. I'm not gonna harp
10
on it.
seconds
yeah,
just
remaining.
gonna
you
stay
gonna
quiet
try
this
it?
time.
All right, like he didn't go for the bait.
Good. It did good last
It did.
time.
Yes, it did very well in the last
I
game.
gotta give him
that's
some
true.
credit. Yeah, Lifestealer picked up. We've been seeing a lot out of all these groups. Not too much of a
Reserve
shocker
time.
there. After Doom is banned out as well. We'll see what TK really decides to go for, and they actually are going for a lion.
Ooh, a
IG's
nice change of
turn
pace
to
as well. I feel like a lot of teams have forgotten about Lion. We've seen so little of him as a support, but
DK's
his
turn
Hex
to
is
pick.
absurd. Level 1, 2.5 seconds. It's so darn good. IG right away, though. Not even a moment's hesitation. They take the Fairy Dragon. So a nice delivery vehicle there for those Infest Bombs. Not a bad pick.
Yep, and oh my god. Okay, DK is doing some
IG's
interesting stuff.
turn
Like,
I like
they're,
this.
I think they're just trying stuff out, probably. It looks like they've been doing a lot of different drafting overall, and we've
Yeah.
been seeing them not have the best of luck with it, but maybe we'll be seeing some different stuff. I'm really excited. I want to see some different strategies coming out of everybody.
So, what are you thinking?
10
Is this a
seconds
support
remaining.
Skywrath? Is there a chance this could be a core Skywrath mage?
5 seconds remaining.
Farming away, get a little bit of that priority. Because I think he's viable as a kind of like a
Reserve
mid-hero or
time.
even a solo safe lane farmer if it works out that way, but
He's probably going to end up being a support, and
yeah.
the thing I really like about Skywrath is if you have someone to pair him with, and Clockwork is like the best with
That's
that hero,
true.
because you just grab somebody and you drop the
10
ulti, and you can
seconds
constantly go to his lane and just find kills all the time. And even then, you don't
5
even need the
seconds
Skywrath to hit
remaining.
6. As long as the Clockwork has some decent levels, if you get someone caught in the cogs, you can just you just completely
DK's
control them. You have the
turn to
Ancient Seal,
ban.
which makes everything their magic resistance gets dropped. They have no spells that they can use, and you can just focus people down very easily with that. And now IG decides to ban out Anti-Mage.
Yeah, they sure do. So they want to stop DK from getting that hard carry. Still a couple of
10
them on
seconds
the
remaining.
board, depending on what they want to go for here. But I feel like trying to predict that last pick from
5
DK is
seconds remaining.
an uphill battle based on the line Skywrath. They're obviously doing things a little differently from the norm.
Reserve time.
I mean, what do you think about Skywrath as a support? I know Merlini is huge on him as a core and not so
IG's
big on a
turn to
support.
pick.
I think he's kind of weak on the support. He's really squishy. He needs levels. He needs farm really too, because he just blows all of his mana every single time if he uses his spells. And he actually could be mid. Like Skywrath mage versus Puck is incredibly powerful, so I wouldn't be all that shocked to see that happen. And they have a lot of potential like on the side of DK if they run it properly. Like Clockwork Cogs, of course, with an Exort Invoker if they decide to do that. The
10
Sunstrike,
seconds
Oh,
the
yeah,
global
that's-
potential. There's just a lot of different things that they can do with their lineup. So I think we won't really
seconds
be able to know
remaining.
until that last pick how they want to lane it.
Yeah, now Invictus Gaming, they will grab Enigma with their final
DK's
choice.
turn
Wow,
to
this
pick.
is a nice change of pace on both sides of the coin. We saw the Enigma ban in the last match, and
Yep.
we're questioning it a little bit, but apparently it's something that IG have been running. So how are their lanes shaping up here?
Could that be an offlane Enigma?
It very well could be. I was just thinking that. And with Enigma in the jungle, that limits the amount of space Sand King will have to farm to get those stacks and use that Sandstorm. So if they put Enigma in the offlane, that opens
10
up room for
seconds
Sand King.
remaining.
They could do a Sand King Marana Lifestealer up there in the
5
safe lane
seconds
and put
remaining.
Puck mid. Something like that could work out pretty well.
I don't know, man. It could be so many different lanes. I've been seeing even these teams throwing like Lifesteal in the off lane, like.
The plot thickens, man.
So who knows what it could be? It could be like Lifesteal off lane, Enigma just jungles, Sanking Marana top, Core Marana with Puck middle. Sounds pretty decent to me.
yeah,
you can-
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things they can do, and
So how is Enigma in the offlane right now, though? Is that strat totally viable? Is it?
I think it's pretty
Eh.
weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very susceptible to ganks. The Eidolons can deny, and they're pretty good for last hitting, but they just take so much darn mana.
You just get so much in the jungle too as an Enigma. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna hit 6 basically at the same time as any other solo on the map if you jungle. So I don't really, I don't think it's like horrible, but I think it just doesn't make too much sense based off like efficiency.
Yeah,
You could do
that's
much
true.
better things with the Enigma instead of just tossing him, sacrificing
Yeah.
his entire everything.
He is one of the most, if not the most, efficient junglers that you can ask for. So we'll see. Hard to read for Invictus Gaming, and perhaps that's part of the power of this draft. What did DK do with this final pick? They've already got Clockwork to try and deal with Enigma, a hero that works very well for interrupting black holes. You've got Hookshot, which you can use to outrange black hole, which will interrupt through BKB. And if he doesn't have a BKB, Battery Assault really comes in handy. So they've already got somebody for that. They need a carry here. That's what it comes down to.
Their time is ticking down too, and they go for Weaver.
Okay.
Not too much of a shocker to see the Weaver there versus a Lifestealer. And Ice 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 insta-takes his Invoker, so it's not going to be a mushy Invoker. It will be an Ice 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 Invoker burning on that Weaver. So,
Mhm.
cool. This should be fun, and it's Icor Mirana. Yes.
All
Oh,
right.
baby. And yep, YYF is playing the Lifestealer. It looks like they're going to be doing, I think, what I was saying.
Okay, so this will be...
Short lane, Sanking Potom probably, with a Enigma in the jungle.
And then the...
We'll probably just we might even see Chuan just run around the map, though, getting boots. Because Enigma can buy basically everything and
So
be
the
okay.
offlane Lifestealer on Dire, that sounds like a risky proposition to me.
Yeah, I mean, they could also put YYF in the short lane against up solo against the Clockwork, and then send the Marana
10 seconds remaining.
the off lane. They have a lot of possibilities. I mean, we'll see what they really decide to do. It's too hard to
5
just predict
seconds
based off of
remaining.
picks.
Yeah.
But I think that they'll probably end up doing the safest bet to get lots of farm. And let's see. Yep, Chuan picks up his boots. He buys a courier. So right away he's got boots first item, and it looks like they're running them around in the Sand King toward
Prepare
top.
for battle.
Lifestealer is running bottom with his own boots with some wards. He's gonna get the wards on the side, and he should be able to
Good
get
call.
a decent amount. But Mushi's playing the Clockwork.
All right. So.
Sweet.
Yeah, things will be very interesting here. Let's introduce some rosters before we get too far ahead of ourselves. On the Dire side is where we'll start. Invictus Gaming, they'll have YYF playing in the offlane Lifestealer. Ferrari 430 going to be solo mid on the Fairy Dragon Puck. Faith on the Enigma will be moving into the jungle on the Dire side. Luo on the position 1 Marana. And, of course, Chuan playing the Sand King once again with those little brown booties already.
Something nice that he did too. Chuan bought those boots instantly and ran to his short lane. So even though Burning got the ward instantly and just Shikuchi'd all the way up there, Chuan was already there to scout it out, and he wasn't able to put an obs ward on the side there for the off lane.
Mhm.
So very nice movement there by Chuan, just being
30
ready just for the
seconds to
opposition.
battle.
Yeah, and even the Lifestealer came down very quickly, threw down an Observer Ward to block this camp, and also a Sentry which will block the Pole camp. So getting himself a little edge and utilizing that same strategy, boots first and not wasting any time. On the Radiant side, we'll have Team DK. Lana will be playing on the Lion with this ridiculous cosmetic, one of my least favorites, the Gazing Eye of the Demon Witch.
Dude, he looks so cool. He's got horns.
He's got 3 eyes, though. I don't know, man. I don't dig on the 3rd eye. It's just a little too creepy.
The
They all blink at
battle
the same time, too,
begins.
which I don't like. Burning, he'll be playing here on the Weaver. We'll be Ice 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 solo mid on the Invoker. That leaves us with MMY playing on the support Skywrath Mage, and he'll be joining Mushi on the off-lane Clockwork. At least joining Mushi for now. Looks like it will be dual lanes coming out of DK.
Yep. Not too much of soccer, honestly. I mean, Skywrath Clockwork puts incredible amount of pressure on majority of heroes, like spamming potential plus just you're gonna get experience no matter what in that off lane. So, I personally am a big fan of dual lanes, especially in this current meta game.
Yeah, we still don't see it all that often, but some games it does pop out. It will be the Exort Invoker that you were talking about. So Cogs into a Mystic Flare once he gets level 6 on top of the Sun Strikes. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, and DK will be able to grab kills around the map for sure with what will eventually be this roaming kill squad, I think, between these two heroes up top. And,
And the big good thing that IG gains out of this is they're gonna have the jungle Enigma, which is, I mean, very greedy, but at the same time Enigma can get incredible amount of levels and farm up there. While YIF is versus a dual lane, so he's gonna be able to force a decent amount of experience and probably just some farm for himself down there. While Lan M actually finds both wards with 1 sentry there, so he's gonna be able to have his pull for himself in the next 50 seconds or so.
talk about a value sentry right there. Very
OP.
unfortunate for YYF. And already Creep Equilibrium going into his tier 1 tower, so has hit level 2 right out of the gate, and picked up 2 less hits already. So a good start. He will start to lose lane control as they start utilizing that pull camp. They've already put down a sentry ward, but he's off to a pretty darn good start. Now the only thing that's unfortunate about Enigma in the jungle is it limits the amount of space Chuan has. He won't have these big camps to stack up and retreat back to get a fast blink dagger, but they'll make up for it. Well worth it for Enigma to grab all that farm, and maybe he can find a kill or 2 in the lane for some extra experience. He's already level 2 as well after that first pull.
Yep. MMY checking top rune, rotating, making sure that they have at least rune control. Same thing with Lan M, running toward that bottom rune, checking it, and it's a haste rune. Oh, and YYF's gonna get it, and he might chase him. Nah, he doesn't decide to chase him down at all.
Yep, just retreats back to his tower near the top rune. Ice 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 looking at Faith, perhaps considering setting something up, but no, won't just go for it, or just goes back to farming here in the mid.
Yep. Chuan getting decent levels up top. He did have his pull, so he's gonna be his level 2. He's gonna be able to get his level 3 pretty early. If they are able to land a pretty decent stun arrow, they can actually probably kill Mushi pretty easily.
Yep, he is just about to hit level 3, and Cogs will come in handy, but they have enough crowd controls that they should be able to bring him down. You never know, maybe Faith can rotate over as well. Be interested to see what build Faith goes for this game, but Ferrari already taking a spill in the mid lane. A rotation for MMY sets it up with the silence. Ice 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 was on the money with the Sunstrike. Cold Snap makes it an easy kill, and it will be Invoker to grab that bonus gold out of the gate. A great hero to grab first blood.
I really just love watching DK overall because the way they move is just so different compared to majority of teams. MMY finds the opportunities a lot of the time, same with Lan M, just to put pressure on the mid lane, and Ferrari just not expecting the power of that Skywrath roam. In top lane, uh-oh. Looks like Mushi's in an awkward position right now.
Yeah, he's going to be in a world of hurt soon. Level 2 Burrow Strike is available. He'll connect. Luo hits him with a point-blank arrow, and that's a dead Clockwork. Chuan will grab the kill and enjoying that perfect world server lag on our end, but Chuan grabs it nonetheless. That makes it 1-1, but DK still securing that first blood.
Yep, Mushi played a little bit too aggressive. He tried to get the cogs down to hit Chuan, but he just walked completely around them, and then he was actually in quite a bad position there. So, good start out there for both teams, actually, but now, bottom lane.
YYF, he goes in onto Lanham, and now they'll come through, throws out the Rage, and Burning just harasses him, but won't be able to secure the kill.
Stunned just a little bit late there by Lanham. I think he might have actually gotten in range of the silence right after that, so he could have even dropped right there. But not the biggest deal. They used a little bit of mana on him, but he's got clarities. He's perfectly fine with this. And the pull is... Did it not respawn?
Tower is under attack.
Is this sentry actually blocking it?
I think that sentry might be blocking
Yeah,
it. Because,
I think
like,
so, too.
usually you eat the tree to the left of that one and you put the sentry there. So I think that one actually...
It's just
he
barely
might have
in
just
range,
placed it
yeah.
in the wrong spot, but that's really unfortunate for him. But either way, sentry's going to be going down very soon, so he'll have a...
That value sentry diminishing in value by the minute here.
Yep.
As the potential spawns don't make it. But it's still all right. Not the end of the world. DK still in fair shape. A pretty even game out of the gate,
Another
but Ferrari
Sunstrike.
initiated on in the mid lane. And just look at that setup. Holy Toledo. That's the power of a support Skywrath right there. I mean, what can the puck do in that scenario? This barely even has time to react.
He has to just play more careful, but MMY just finding the opportunities, and he's already level 4 up on that, roaming basically Skywrath Mage. So if Mushi's able to get a decent amount of levels up there, he's able to just rotate once he gets an early 6, and they'll be able to kill basically anybody with that combo. Ice is going to be rushing up that Midas on him. See if Burning's probably going to be doing the same. Taking a look at the Courier. Yep, Midas recipe coming out for Burning, so DK, double Midas will be coming online very soon. Faith sees an opportunity top. He sees that Mushi's a little bit under-leveled, and he's going to bring his Eidolons up there, and they're going to start pressuring that top tower.
Yep, absolutely. Mushi is only halfway through level 4, so only so much he can do here. Does have that second point in Rocket Flare, which will help the Eidolons get completely cleaned up, and tower actually takes minimal damage as IG are repelled. The double Midas for DK is scary, though. Even though it's even out of the gate, they will start to pull ahead with these farming tools.
Yeah, for sure. I mean... It's just really rough for Ferrari. He's got his boots, he's got decent levels in this mid lane, but him dying twice there is pretty big. They're going to get such an early Midas up on Ice, and Invoker with lots of levels. Pretty damn scary.
Yeah, and that is a 6-minute Midas out on the Weaver, and Invoker has it bought, but waiting for the Courier. Again, initiation onto Ferrari. Wow. Just wow.
Wow, it's just constant. I mean, he keeps using his orb aggressively just to get vision and everything, but then MMY is just doing such a damn good job of camping him. So Ferrari's just a little bit of misplays, but at the same time, it's really, really dangerous to even step up at all versus a Skywrath as Puck, like I was saying before during the drafting phase.
Yeah, just an absurdly potent duo there, and such easy Sunstrikes with the Cold Snap as well. I feel for the Puck. Poor Ferrari. He's already been picked off 3 times. I think, suffice it to say, there will be a slow Blink Dagger coming out on the Fairy Dragon this game. They will initiate on him once again. Concussive Shot comes from the Skywrath, but won't follow up with that Ancient Seal. Getting used to the Skywrath spell names. Not a hero we see too often.
Mushi doing a great job of just taking the action off the top tower. He keeps rocketing, pulling the creep wave back, and he's getting basically full free farm, and he's getting tons of experience in this top lane. I don't know if I really agree with the Faith rotating so early trying to push the tower. I understand the idea of it, but I feel like he could have just jungled and then helped out his mid buddy, because it looks like he's having way too much trouble in mid. And now Mushi getting engaged on top. Eidolon's there, Arrow's there, Puck comes to her as well for the gold. So much needed money there for Ferrari. And they do rotate Lon M, so they forced a bit of reaction, and it looks like they might be able to continue pressuring this tower, but they should still be a bit careful, even if they do have Puck with his 6.
Yeah, I think that was more of a misplay from Mushi than anything else. He just poked way too far forward. Didn't anticipate all these supports coming in. And MMY now, he gets caught by the Dream Coil, and he'll be in some trouble. Yeah, he'll take a spill. That makes it a 2-0, as well as the tower falling. IG gaining some momentum out of this push. They are leaving Burning to his own devices, farming away in the bottom lane, but...
Did you see where that Sunstrike went? Because I know I saw Sunstrike there, but I didn't actually catch where it was.
I did not see a Sunstrike either. Maybe it was further back. It didn't do anything too effective. Maybe it hit the Lifestealer. He's pretty darn low. Lifestealer had rotated mid and was farming against him. Actually, the Rocket hits him as well. They ping it out,
Invoke on
And
cooldown, and he doesn't have the mana for it anyway, so he's gonna be fine. And YYF should be clicking on Invoker right now and seeing, but he's just watching out for the rocket because Mushi
Dire's
actually
middle
decided to
tower
just
is
max
under
his rocket
attack.
out instead of going for that battery assault. Because with the lineup that DK has, he doesn't really need the damage from the battery assault. They have the Sunstrike that can come through. They have the Skywrath who's getting a ton of levels. He's getting close to his
Dire's
6,
bottom
as well as
tower
Lion
is
who's gonna
under
be just
attack.
farming up top for his 6 alone.
Yep, now Invoker as well as the Skywrath are smoked up. Looks like they want to gank the puck once more. And there's the silence to start things off.
Dire's
Ice coming
bottom
forward.
tower is
Cold
under
Snap. No Sunstrike available. And this time they won't have the damage. A failed smoke for DK. In comes Chuan. Connects with a Burrow Strike onto MMY. But same story, different chapter. Just keeping his buddy alive.
Ooh, Lanem might
Will
be in
back
trouble
out.
top right now.
Oh,
Luo's
Marana.
invis on top of him. He switches to
Running
Intreads
circles.
and gets double Starfall. He might be able to chase this one out, but Lanem still has a Hex, so he doesn't want to leap and chase him too far. Okay, well, he's going to be okay anyway.
Alright. Well played by Lanem. If he had been hit by the arrow, would have been a pretty easy kill. He'll get a salve from Mushi. Hookshot is available. And hits the
just off the mark.
creeps. Ooh. I think Luo would have been dead there. No leap available.
Yeah, and Luo did something really smart, though. He saw that he didn't have enough mana for both of his spells because he was on Agi Treads when he first walked up, so he Intreads, Starfalled, and then he would have had mana for both. But Lanem played it really well and just stunned him right away and didn't end up dying. Chuan now, going to the jungle, very close to his Blink Dagger, so even if he didn't have all those jungle camps for himself stacked up, they did get that early top tower, and he's gotten 1 kill for himself and an assist, so he's going to get a very early Blink on him.
This is a good timing. He'll have it right around 10.5 minutes or so as this Dark Troll dies, so pretty solid, especially given he didn't have priority in the jungle. How's all Enigma doing? Is level 6, brown boots and soul ring, not much else besides that, just a smoke sitting in the stash back home.
He's crippling his farm just to get that early Sanking Blink, which is probably the advisable decision because Enigma can always just get a lot more farm, and he doesn't really need as many items, kind of, as a Sanking. I mean, you just want Sanking to get the very early Blink. Enigma does need items, but he's able to find a lot more farm, and of course he can just walk up and stun, and the presence of the black hole is usually enough.
Yep.
Lanem gets his level 6 top on the line, doing very well
Dire's
for
bottom
himself,
tower
so
is
Luo needs
under
to be
attack.
careful in case he doesn't get hook-shotted.
Uh-oh, Mushi now with a haste rune. He really needs to be careful. And they could definitely bring him down with a hook shot, stun rotation, finger of death. Looks like they will rotate forward. And, oh, great leap from Luo. The hook shot will fall short.
2
And
hooks missed.
He'll retreat back towards the mid lane. So,
Unfortunate there for Mushi.
yeah. Tied up 3-3 in hero kills, but DK, they're carving out a nice little lead for themselves. About 1,000 gold and 2,000 experience. That is, of course, the 2 Midas to nil advantage. And I worry a little bit for IG in terms of late game. Burning is already picking up a lot of momentum. Treads and Basilius online. And Ice, he's not lacking in the farm either. He's got 1,400 gold to his name. We'll see where he wants to go, but he's farming like a madman.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. I feel like Faith should probably not be sacrificing himself so much in this, but it might be the right decision as long as Chuan can make a lot of action with that Blink Dagger rocket being sent toward the big camp. They spot that Chuan's doing that, and they're going to probably know that he's going to have his Blink Dagger very, very soon. And now, uh-oh, Smoke Gang bottom. Faith
Dire's
completely out of position. He's going to get taken down. And now just giving Burning more farm, which he doesn't, I mean, they don't want to give him at all.
Yep, thought he might be able to get a black hole off, but won't be able to find it. Chuan just gets hexed and then instantly fingered. That'll be a 2-0. Puck comes in with a nice Dream Coil. Luo joining the party as well, but the follow-up just isn't there. Starstorm will connect. Enough to secure the kill on Lanem. Sunstrike will be off the mark this time. So IG, they find something out of it. They get an eye on the tower and make it a 1-for-2, but still...
Tower taken down.
Dire's
Ice
middle
getting the
tower
space mid to
has
take down
fallen.
his tower as well. Weaver getting a kill. So all of this is completely going in DK's favor because at the same time, even though Chuan could have bought his Blink Dagger there, he tried to port bottom to try to help out his buddy. But now he's falling short of that Blink, and the timing's just not really the best because now they've lost 2 of their Tier 1 towers, which are the best opportunities when you get that Blink Dagger to just catch people off guard.
Yep. And at the end of the day, the 1 kill they got was on the support line, so not a very high-value target, and DK will be happy to sacrifice him as their loss. I'm just going to do you a solid here and tweak that. There you go.
Oh,
We
no.
can hear fogged a little more clearly. Those
people want it, though?
hypercardioids, man. I think they do. I think the people want a little more fogged in their life. You know.
Yeah, oh, okay, fine. I guess so.
Sankang now picks up his Blink Dagger right around that 12.5-minute mark.
and
But
top lane
Luo,
Luo, bye-bye.
oh yeah, that's the Mystic Flare and the Cogs. You know how scary it is on paper, but when you see it like that, that Marana just full to 0 and
Cold snap too, man.
Cold snap,
Propping
that's
that cold snap instantly every
That's-
single time.
That's true. That's a fair point. Necrobook will be the first big item coming out on Invoker, so they'll waste no time knocking down these towers. What's that saying about cars? Is it 0 to 60 in 3 seconds or whatever? The 60.
Something like that, man.
Whatever.
Oh, and Lanem actually getting caught up on Infest Gank, but at this,
He
like,
gets wrecked.
sure, they're finding kills, but like it's
Again,
like,
on the
it's
lion,
the lion
it's-
again, and you know what? Lanem isn't even losing much gold because
He doesn't have any.
well,
Well,
Lanem
actually,
has
whoa,
a
he has
ton.
1,700.
He's
Holy
getting very
crap.
close to that blink, but he
didn't
only
realize he
lost
was
like
full.
100, and now they're gonna be able to. The Burning's just completely free in this game. He's no pressure on him
Dire's
whatsoever,
bottom
and he's just
tower
gonna be
is
able to
under attack.
free farm, and he's gonna get such an early Lincolns. I don't know how IG are really gonna be able to pick him off unless he catches like a random arrow.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that net worth chart. The two Midas carriers are getting out of control. Weaver 1-0 and 0. Ice 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 is 4-0-1. So both of them have been pressured very seldom in this game, and we're seeing that pay some dividends in terms of farm. It is about a 4,000 gold lead for DK, 3,000 experience. I feel like the power of IG, though, will be in this mid-game team fighting. Black Hole, Epicenter, all that damage Puck can put out as well as Mirana, they can definitely take some team fights in this window of like 15 to 25 minutes, maybe 15 to 30 minutes before the carry Weaver really gets out of control, but they need to do something soon and start turning this momentum before
Oh, here
he
comes
gets
the gank
critical
top.
mass.
Ice 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 is gonna get gone on, but they have the people there to back him up, but it might be just a little bit too late. The hook shot. Ice
And-
Ice Ice gonna go down.
Ooh, Epicenter comes out. They secure that kill. Mushi taking pretty heavy damage as well. It'll cost them their Sand King as well as their Puck. It is a 2 for 2. Not a bad gank for IG, but at best, kind of a break even.
Yeah, now Lanem is probably gonna have his Blink Dagger off of that, basically. Yeah, he does have his Blink Dagger if he wants to buy it. And now Faith, be careful up there, buddy. And he's getting out of there. And he's gonna actually go for rushing that BKB instead of
used
going
his
for a
black
mech.
hole there as well.
Radiant's middle tower
Wow.
is under attack.
I didn't even see it. Did it get
Radiant
interrupted
structures
instantly?
are
No, it was right on top of the cogs.
Oh, okay. Just that mash of particles.
Yeah, they just. I think it was worth just expending it there. Like, you don't want to risk them getting out. Like, you already just dedicated so much up there. If they end up living, it's just such a disaster.
Right. And looks like they still may want to pick up a kill on Faith. They're hiding in the trees. Lanham, Blink Dagger online, ready to rock and roll. Just waiting for him to come close enough to find that easy initiation. Weaver's already gone back down bottom to keep farming away. Clockwork shoots a rocket flare up to soften him up. Lanham won't find the opening. Instead, just settles for a stun on the Eidolons.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
now they're setting up for this gank bottom. Puck has his Blink Dagger. He's got maxed up silence, and now Burning might actually need to be careful, but he knows. Yep, that ward's. I thought they were smoked up there, though. I guess the ward spotted them out as the smoke ended, so really unfortunate there for IG. Trying to net a kill on Burning, but the nice warding by his supports keeps him alive.
Yes,
Another
sir.
smoke coming out for them. So yeah, IG's just, they know that they're starting to get a bit far behind, and they need to start making action. They need to kill Burning before he gets that Lincolns, because otherwise it's going to be extremely difficult. And Burning might actually get caught out here.
Here we go. Silence, Dream Coil to stun, and wow, more than enough damage to bring him down before time lapse. That's the power of the Infest Bomb. This is the future of Lifestealer on this patch. It's
Pop down
all
the
about-
sentry too.
Yeah. Oh,
Chuan puts down the sentry right there, but it's just out of range of the ops. Nice ward there by DK. Putting a bit off from the usual ward where you see people put like right next to that tree where the sentry is. So nice placement of the ops there from the DK supports.
Yep, absolutely. I love these little Mike Wazowski wards. They're so adorable.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. That's right. Monsters Incorporated.
Just shouting out the monster all over the place. Look at you.
That wasn't even intentional. Damn, should have used that one during the TI qualifiers.
Noted.
Dire's top
Anyhow,
tower-
DK grouping up about the top lane. They will be able to take out this tower. The Enigma just TP's home, wants no part in this, especially without a black
Dire's
hole.
top tower
And-
Book
is
3
falling.
on the side of Ice 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 now.
That is darn tootin'. That will be 3-1 in total tower count. So DK further their gold lead even more. And IG starting to close the experience graph after a couple of that successful kill on the Weaver. And they will group up down bottom to try and pressure this
Dire's
tower. It
top
looks like
tower
Ferrari
is
does have a
under
blank on
attack.
his Puck. So he's
Dire's
made a decent
structures
recovery
are
based on how
fortified.
rough his start was in the laning phase.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're trying to split up the game a little bit. They're sending 2 people toward bottom, pressuring that tower a bit, forcing some reaction, and yeah, there it is. 2 people react to port bottom. Mushi's set up behind Ice 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 because he thinks that something's gonna end up happening down there, but it looks like IG, being wise, backing up. Chuan still just sitting in the trees in the top lane with an infested lifestealer.
Yep. And that'll be it. DK don't press their luck. They just back up. It's only 2 supports, so I see why they backed out and didn't want to press their luck. Burning getting much closer to his Lincolns. Now has enough for the ultimate orb if he so desires. Just working on that recipe gold and well on his way. Clockwork has a mech complete as well. Recipe still sitting at home, but a great item for the way this game has been progressing. IG do not have a mech carrier right now. Enigma is opting to skip it. Ogre Club picked up. Looks like he'll go straight into a BKB here. So DK with a lot of tools for these early skirmishes between the mech and the Necro 3.
I'm giving this a lot in favor to DK because they're the main carry for the most part for IG is the Potom and the Lifestealer, but Lifestealer spending all of his time infested inside of sinking with his Midas up during all of this. So he's going to be getting no farm throughout all this time, and if DK just keeps averting the ganks, it's going to be so beneficial for them because Lifestealer is just going to keep falling more and more far behind, and they already have a very good line versus that Lifestealer.
Yeah, and just Phase Boots working on drum still doesn't have him complete.
This is Sunstrike right off the mark. Nice phase shift there by Ferrari. He probably wouldn't have died anyway, but the book and the Force Spirits are chasing out basically all of IG's team on their own.
Yeah. How long is he going to stay infested inside of Chuan here? It's been at least 2 minutes.
That Midas has been up for a while.
Pushing 3 minutes. Yeah, it's been a while, and I mean, I see that they want to get kills, but doesn't there come a point where you just got to go back to farming, at least to use the Midas? But here we go. Epicenter channeling, hops onto Burning, and Fest Bomb out. They will find the kill on Weaver, so it looks like the patience was worth it. They'll pursue forward. Moonlight Shadow deployed. Looking for Lanham. Blink Dagger on cooldown for 5 seconds. Finds a nook or cranny in the trees, and he'll be able to make it out. Skyrat.
Second infest. It's up again already.
Oh, wow. Now the orb forward. There's the jaunt, and they'll find this kill. MMY throws out the Mystic Flare, hoping to grab a recovery kill, but not
Mushi
even close.
going in on bottom on Faith, and Faith is really dead here.
Yeah, that's for sure. Gets out of Midnight Pulse, but still falls. It's a 1 for 2 across the map, but IG get the kill on the high-value target, of course, being the Weaver.
Yep. Giving some time for Ice and Mushi to get that kill, and also pressure down this bottom tower, but that was definitely worth it a lot for IG. Even though the Lifesteal was just infested for so long, he lost so much farm out of it, but they did end up netting the kill on the Weaver, which is much needed. And Burning is about 400 gold away from that Lincoln's, and it looks like DK is ready to group up a little bit down in this bottom lane. Without the Weaver, they're just going to go as 4 men and then pressure this tower.
Yep, utilizing that Necronomicon 3 out on Ice, and just look at this with the Forge Spirits, diving the tower, taking shots, just trying to soften up these dire heroes, and even just zoning them out so they can shove into the tower that much more easily. I like that DK are continuing to pressure around the map and stop IG from farming, especially in terms of Faith, stopping him from getting that BKB unchecked, forcing him to react. And
Lincoln's finished up by Weaver now. And yeah, I mean, IG's just going to keep falling more and more behind. I mean, the core Potom can work, but you need another hero that is type of carry. So Lifestealer is not bad for that, but it was an offlane Lifestealer. He ended up getting a decent amount of farm. He's got Phase Drum Midas, but it is 21 minutes in the game now at this point.
Yeah, at some point we'll start to see this lack of item progression on the Lifestealer as well as the Mirana really shine, especially in these team fights. Luo is going for a Lincoln's first, so not really hard hitting on that front either. And I worry that between him and the Lifestealer, they might just get run over before we see these late game items start to come out.
Yep, DK knows that the bottom tower is not worth defending. That is like the worst tower to defend. It's just there's too many ways to get wrapped on in your short lane tower, especially as Radiant. So they know, you know what, just losing that tier 1 tower is not the biggest deal. We should just keep the other lanes out, and now we should know where they're gonna start moving. They're gonna move from that bottom lane, try to converge on us mid, but we don't really care. Look, Ice knows that he's gonna start running top with the rest of his team. So yeah, DK's just farming.
He now picks up his BOT, so Ice can start moving around the map a little more effectively as well. Mushi has the mech up, like we already mentioned. Any other big item progression since Burning grabbed his Midas? No, or pardon me, his Lincolns, and nope, certainly not. So that tower down bottom is fallen. IG still just camping around, looking for an opening. Again, Puck with an Infest Bomb. He's just been cruising around with a surprise inside.
Midas up again.
Still found nothing about it. Yeah, just taking that taxi ride. He'll TP up top, and
they're trying to find the opportunities, but they're going to start falling behind a lot because the Lifestealer is just going to get underfarmed. Enigma does get a BKB now, so they could actually get a decent engagement, but DK's just going to run away and just keep doing what they've been doing until they see an opportunity. They just pick somebody off.
Yeah, Chuan finally, probably not Chuan, he's blink close. He's not playing on the Lifestealer. Thought the Lifestealer was about to hop out, but no, they'll smoke up, and they are committed to this. I wish we had a timer of like how much time his Midas has been off cooldown while he's been infested. Like grand total, how much it's delaying him. At this point, it's got to be at least like 5 minutes of time he has not been using that Midas.
Oh, and now they're going to get an engagement now.
Starting to add up. Yeah, they'll find him. The silence might be enough to bring him down. He's able to pop the Necronomicon before he falls. Chuan with the epicenter. And Faith pops his BKB, but no ultimate coming. It will be a dead Skywrath and Invoker to get things started. So again, IG with the patience. It does prove successful. Lanham ports out, and they find a successful skirmish.
But in the meantime, the main carry is just doing his own thing. No pressure on him whatsoever. So Burning is having a great game. Hitting creeps. He's 1 and 2, so he has died a bit out of position, but it was really hard to expect IG just to constantly be waiting for those ganks. And yeah, good opportunities there by IG. DK just not backing up quick enough and getting caught out.
Yep, Black Hole is still available, so IG could potentially try and take another skirmish here, but no, they will just back out. Don't want to get too aggressive now, and they will just leave that tier 2 tower standing. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Burning actually has farmed his way up towards this tower and may start chipping away at it, but support will be coming into its rescue, and Burning will probably have to back out here before too long. Lincoln's gets popped. There's your Burrow Strike from Chuan. He will have a time lapse, pops it straight away this time, and just Sakuchi's back to safety. 2,500 gold up on Burning.
Yep. Some decent, IG finding some decent picks, which they very desperately need. They have some stacks going on in their jungle.
They are closing the gap here. DK only leading by about 3,000 gold, and experience has actually gone the way of IG now by about 2,000.
YF finding some decent farm on him as well. He's got a Helm of Iron Will, so he will be going into that Armlet on the Lifestealer, which we see very often. Lincoln's finished up by the Mirana. Puck looks like he's going to be going for a Yules, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Yules and not a Dagon, because he really does need that. Yeah, he's got a Void Stone on the courier as well, so it's going to be a Yules coming out of him to avoid that Skywrath silence, which is very obnoxious for a Puck.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Silence is the bane to the Fairy Dragon, and ooh, thought they may try and engage onto the Lifestealer in the bottom, but nope, YYF will just scoot back to safety. DK are all grouped up as 5. They're ready to take down this tower, and they will. Ice gets the last hit, and that will now make it 4-2 in total tower count. Where will DK go from here?
Chuan getting down some nice aggressive wards in the near the Radiance Ancients, and as well in that top lane, so they can start seeing more rotations. So they're trying to open up the map, trying to see the movement of DK, but it looks like DK might start grouping together a bit more. As I say that, yeah, it looks like they should be. Yep. Yeah, they're grouping up toward that mid lane. So they're going to pressure these last tier 2s, and then they're probably just going to go into the enemy jungle, take all the farm, go for the Roshan, and just secure this game, because it's not incredibly in their favor, but their lineup does favor the late game, I think, a bit more than IG's.
Yeah, and especially just based on the current farming status. I think on paper, with equal farm, IG might be able to give them a run for their money, but Weaver and Invoker
Let's see if they can catch someone out with this bottom ulti.
So far ahead.
Looks like Lanem is going to be the target.
Juan finds him. Ferrari follows up. That's a dead lion, but they're not done yet. Dream Coil onto MMY. And there's your Black Hole. It connects with just a solo Burning. Hook shot in, and it won't be enough to interrupt the Black Hole, but they don't have the damage. Burning survives, will time lapse. They finish off the Skywrath instead. Sunstrike will be off the mark. And again, IG find a successful fight. They lose their tier 2 tower, but they get 2 kills in exchange. There's your Desolator out on Weaver.
Yeah, so he's going to be hitting really damn hard as long as he gets, hits off. So unfortunately right now for DK, their supports keep getting caught out a bit out of position, and they're not able to find the opportunities that they want. And now, as I say, that Burning Zone on Chuan alone. And he doesn't have his Desolator that, so he's not able to bring him down too. Wow. And he picks it up right then and just drops him. Drops him super quickly.
Oh, man. Even without the Desolator, did a lot of damage right there, and now he hits damn hard.
And they're going to go for Roche. Book summoned up, Deso finished.
Yeah, smart
Sand
choice
King
here.
dead. He does have buyout and his Epicenter, so he might have to expend it. And yeah, it looks like he's going to buy out right away.
Yep. He does have an Epicenter available. Black Hole still on cooldown for 2 minutes. Moonlight Shadow down as well. This will not be easy for IG to contest, especially with the minus armor. Roche is falling very quickly. Arrow flies in, does actually hit a Necronomicon unit. And here we see Mushi up on the high ground. We'll try and buy him some time.
Nice double stun by Chuan there.
And Ferrari, he actually gets killed in the pit. Mystic Flare used up on the high ground. Weaver will finish off Roche, grabs the Aegis. They get the kill on the Sand King, and it's just a disaster for IG. Now Luo on the run, has no leap available, and Mushi will chase him down. Meanwhile, around the other side, Weaver will finish off the Enigma. Mirana might be able to survive this, or maybe not. Gets hit by the Arcane Bolt, and still no leap. Wow. So it's a 1 for 4. DK get the Aegis, and they get the last hit on Roche. That really couldn't have gone too much better.
Yeah, Chuan even used his buyout there, and his Epi. The Epi, he blinked, stunned, and then Epi'd, and he actually got cancelled right before it went off, so I think he would have gotten maybe the kill on Mushi as well with it. But either way, he tried to, and DK is just showing their power now. They're grouping together. They're tired of getting picked off. They threw a lot in this game so far. They threw a lot of their opportunities, but now it's looking like the game might be closing quite soon because they're getting so much farm, and they have this Aegis. Ice picks up a full BKB now too.
Mid lane of Rax down, Alacardale on the Weaver. He's hitting fast and he's hitting hard. They'll get a kill on the Skywrath Mage as they hop forward, but it'll cost them YYF. The Desolator just hits too damn hard. 700 gold going the way of Weaver, and they'll get another kill onto the puck. They were just not prepared for this Desolator.
He just bought that Deso, and he has 5,200 gold again.
It's absurd. Now they're going to get this tower. That'll boost him up even more. Almost 6,000 gold in his name. And just look at all these low armor heroes. 11 on the Lifestealer, 5 on the Puck, 5 on the Enigma.
Take a look at the gold
6
graph.
on the Sand
Is
King.
really the story of this.
Oh, yeah.
They did have the lead the entire time. They were giving a couple kills to IG, but not the most important kills. And now they're up. Faith's getting gone on by the Hex.
Yep, he will get a Lincoln's buff, but just kind of hanging out there. That's interesting.
DK playing a little bit careful, though. They see the Lifestealer buys out, so they're like, you know, let's just back up, wait for our cooldowns to be back up, and then farm a little bit more. And Sunstrike almost clips Faith.
That was really close. Yeah, this Lincoln's buff is just floating there. Okay, there it'll finally expire. That was weird. And now a BKB up on the Weaver. So this just feels like DK's game to throw, and if they manage to lose this, I can only imagine how. 2 fresh BKBs. They're just in great shape. They have complete control, and they still have the Aegis. Weaver wasn't really even close to death following that skirmish.
And now he's got a full BKB, so...
And Yules is up on the Lion.
Yeah. This is
even
looking,
MMY has now grabbed a Ghost Scepter, which
looking
is
kind of rough. Lion picks
great
up the
news.
gem as well now, too. So Mirana ulti, foiled, even though they did have the book 3 this entire time for it. You know, it's not always up, so gem is a great purchase there by Lion. And of course, to take out wards and just get more map control for them.
There it goes.
And a double damage at the bottom position. Clockwork pings it out, and I like to call this rune the rune of many wins at this stage in the game. Clockwork will be the one to pick it up. They won't leave it for the Weaver, but burning with a double damage on right now is scary stuff. They will just press forward, and honestly, I don't know that DK will really wait too long. It looks like they're gearing up for a potential push on the bottom lane. Ice not with him, but he'll have his BOTs up in about 5 seconds. So no glyph available. Black Hole is up, I believe. Yep. Just popped up off cooldown. So they will have that to deal with, but DK have few fears right now.
Yeah, game's looking... It was looking close for a bit, but now it's just starting to look incredibly one-sided.
And Lifestealer and Sand King still have their buybacks on cooldown. Lifestealer actually bought back in that last fight. I don't know if we noticed that, but
Yeah, that's actually why they ended up backing up. I was saying that
Yeah.
they didn't want to, you know, press the issue. Once the Lifestealer's buyout is used, they don't have to force it. They can just wait.
just look how fast this tower falls. That's the power of the Desolator right there.
Yeah.
So far, DK have committed pretty much nothing, and the tower is just about dead.
Yep, they still got the Aegis. They got their BKBs up. Mushi's in a great position on the side. He's got his Force Staff. His mech was finished before. Faith does buy a Blink Dagger now, though, so this could catch DK off guard.
Blink BKB could be huge here, but look at the spread from
All
DK.
in.
None of them within even an arm's length of each other. Won't give Enigma an easy initiation. Ferrari with the surprise inside has the Lincolns up already.
And Mushi can just wait for counter initiate. He doesn't even have to worry about jumping in. They can just sit there and wait. The Lion can go in. Like, there's so many different possibilities that can happen, but Mushi can just be patient.
5-second arrow onto Burning. They'll force staff him right into the wall there. Weaver got a little concussion, but he'll wake up. And IG handling this well so far, but they've already lost their tier 3. Ranged Racks just slowly getting chipped upon. Midnight Pulse comes out. Alacrity on Burning. That'll be the end of the Ranged Racks. This is just so difficult.
They're just poking at it, and it's just going to go down.
I
and there's
mean,
nothing IG
DK
can
obviously
do.
want them to hop on Burning because he has the Aegis, a Lincoln's, and a BKB. IG know he's not the target they want, but they have to react here or they're just going to watch their racks fall.
Yep.
This is rough. DK putting IG in a very tough position.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is under
Burning is
attack.
just enormous. He's got the BKB Deso Lincolns, Midas, and now he's got another 5,400 gold.
And he has buyback, so even if they manage to kill him twice, he might be able to just time lapse in. Puck hops forward, and Fest Bomb's still available. They don't use it. The racks will fall. They won't find the initiation.
has fallen.
This is honestly game. I don't see what IG can do. Like,
there's not even a tier 3 standing up top. This is feeling pretty dunsies.
DK doesn't need to force the issue at all. They can just go back and farm, push out the lanes, and then now everybody's just gonna be able to just go toward that top lane and just push it all the way in. Weaver's Aegis is gonna be reclaimed in about 30 seconds, so he's gonna be able to purchase another item if he decides to. And I wouldn't be too surprised if it's even like an AC, so they can just take down the last building. Yeah. But I don't think Burning will do that.
It can be anything that he wants at this point. MKB, not a bad choice. Even just a crit, not too bad here either. Really whatever he wants. But I think something damage focused is appropriate with a Lincoln's BKB already about as defensive as need be. Ferrari will hop forward with the Infest Bomb onto Mushi, but he'll be okay. Met comes out, he gets Force Stab back, and that'll be the end of it.
Oh, Chuan might actually get... Oh, no, he's fine. Lanem was a bit hesitant on just blinking in. They didn't see all the other heroes on the side of IG because they did use that Mirana ulti, so he was a bit hesitant on blinking up. He could have probably caught one of the guys on IG, but yeah, you don't really want to just blink and then it's like, oh god, 5 heroes.
Yeah.
So don't really blame him for being hesitant there, and they don't need to rush anything, like I was saying before. And yep, Burning doesn't go for the AC, which I thought it was a possibility, but he's just going to opt for that Butterfly, which is definitely a better pickup.
Yeah, and you know there won't be an MKB coming out on IG anytime soon, and right now they don't have any tools to deal with the evasion. No Hex, and well, nothing else. So
what's Burning's gold per minute now? I didn't even take a glance at it because it's
like
722. That's
pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
Pretty solid. And ice. Bordering that 600 mark. Pretty damn good as well.
Burning equal not liquid. Burning equal solid.
Yep. He's got the ultimate orb and well on his way to the Scythe of Ice. I reckon that's what he's going for next. You never know.
Yep.
Could pull out that Scotty.
Probably not.
Probably not, but you never know.
But maybe. It's ice. He can do whatever. I mean, I don't think the item's really going to make too much of a difference at this point.
It's true.
Like, IG, they can definitely get a good team wipe on DK if they land, like, everything perfectly. It's like 5-man black hole with a gigantic epicenter on top of everything, but DK's not going to fall for that. They're not going to clump like that. They have tons of mobility on all their heroes. Clockwork's going to be sitting in the back the whole time, probably just waiting for that black hole, because he knows that's the only opportunity that IG can take.
Yeah. And there's your Butterfly up on Burning. So he is pretty much at critical mass, I think you could say, at least for 35 minutes. And this is one rich Weaver. No tier 3 standing up top, so all of the towers are down except the tier 4s for IG. They have a glyph, and they are ready to make their one last stand already.
I wish we could see that Midas thing that we were talking about, though, because he's been infested for quite a while again.
Yeah, seriously.
I just for curiosity's sake, I mean, I think it's the right idea because they do need to get those pickoffs, but I think he could have farmed a little bit more.
Yeah, it's
really
the
tough.
general right idea. But I mean, just how much time has this Midas not been utilized? How many times could he have used it if he had kept it on cooldown during the Infest bombs?
He was in there for at least 100 seconds this time because his Infest is up again, and it's a 100-second cooldown.
It's just a disaster for IG this game. They gave Burning way too much room, and now he's just huge. Roche is up again, and that'll be another Aegis out. Maybe not even on Burning this time. I guess he could sell his Midas here, and yep, he'll do just that. 2,800 gold, and he will be the one to grab the Aegis. Yeah. So now DK will just go top, and I think they can just take a straight-up fight, even if it's in DK's base.
Yeah, for sure. Burning finally sells out his Midas to pick up that Aegis. And yeah, he's enormous. That's like the most terrifying Weaver I've ever seen in 36 minutes.
I mean, look at this. Forge Spirits and Necro units get the range racks down about 30% HP. So still doing work even while they're in the Roche pit.
Yeah.
DK's all over the place. Hoping perhaps to force out the glyph. IG won't fall for that bait, but they will have to make one last stand. Maybe this could be a black hole for the ages.
Unlikely, though. He does have the good thing is he does have the Lincolns as well put on him, but it's not really going to do too much.
DK are going to continue to play this like they did last time. Burning in the front lines. They'll initiate on him, and that will be the Aegis to get things started. But I think DK are okay with that.
There's
now
the black
they
hole.
come forward. Black hole just for Burning. Mushi looking for the hook shot. Won't find it. Burning taking heavy damage. He will actually fall. What will be the cost, though?
Oh, Mushi didn't use his mech there. Oh, but Burning, yeah, just buy back.
Time lapses right back in. Faith will get clipped by the Sunstrike. He falls. Double kill for the Weaver, and that's the GG well played from IG. So, a noble effort. They took Burning down twice, but just as we talked about, the buyback time lapse. Quite the potent strategy at this stage of the game.
He didn't even use his BKB or anything, but I think Mushi could have actually saved him there. His hook got blocked, so he didn't get to stop the black hole, but he had his mech still up, so I think he could have saved burning, but either way, I mean, we saw what happens. Like, they didn't need it at all.
Just doesn't matter, honestly. It was
really well played, but
just
I mean,
too much.
DK actually, no, I won't say really well played. It was kind of sloppy in a bit of places, but overall, they just, overpowered IG.
So what do you think the secret was of their success? Was it somewhere that IG went really wrong, or was it something that DK just did really right?
It was probably a bit of both, honestly.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Overall, I personally liked DK's draft better.
Yeah.
It was a little bit skeptical picking up like the Skywrath and Lion, but MMY did such an incredible job of shutting down Ferrari. He just got, I think it was 3 kills early in the game on that solo mid puck. So
Oh, yeah.
just great movement overall by DK. A little bit sloppy getting their supports picked off here and there, and then burning dying, I think, twice to the Sanking Lifestealer combo. But at the same time, like, they were dedicating so many resources to getting those kills, it was like barely even worth it for IG.
Yeah. I feel like the Enigma pick wasn't a bad idea, but it just didn't really work out. Against a team like DK, their Delta split was just too good. Even at the end, their positioning was just flawless. No opportunity to land an epic 5-man black hole. They just stay spread out, and that's how you deal with the Enigma. 0, 4, and 6. I think Faith played well for what it's worth, but just only so much he could do.
Yep.
So, all right, DK looking good over IG. It was 19-17 after 37 minutes, but was much more one-sided than that. We will have another break, and then coming up next, where are we on the docket here? It will be DK versus IG. Only 3 games to go here.
This was just like DK
the
versus
Mars
IG.
TV. This was, what did I say?
This was DK versus
I meant
IG.
to say DK versus LGD. Oh, God. The
What the
derps
hell's wrong with
continue,
you?
dude.
What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Jesus. So, but up next will be Base Kip and Fogged, and then after that will be Gods and Base Kip for a little bit of the Aussie casting. So,
Yes, I get a nap.
yeah, things are going forward. Fogg gets a little bit of a break, and then he's slated to co-cast for the final games on BTS 1 today. Oh, man, still so much Dota to go. Thank you for joining us here, guys. We certainly appreciate it, and plenty more Dota 2 coming your way on BTS 2, and the TI4 EU qualifiers have already begun over on BTS 1 and on High Ground TV, so feel free to check those out. We'll have a break, and up next, Fogged and Base Kip for DK versus LGD.